Hello everyone, my name is DemiDon of DemiDon Games, and we're actually doing another vlog this time. It's been a while. If you have not seen, which I'm pretty sure you already have, the title of this video, I'm gonna be talking about something that is really not exactly, that important, but it irks my nerves very much, because I don't know, ever since the past couple years we've had this whole thing with I don't know, this whole, I guess, social justice push to pretty much censor the way video game characters, specifically the female characters, and what clothes they're wearing. I mean, not too long ago, I just saw a post on a GamerGate page, where where the characters, like Morgan, Felicia, can't get the names right. Well, pretty much those video game characters. I'm just gonna name those two because it's the only only two names I can name off the top of my head right now. Oh, Cammy also. They were all characters that were basically they've been changed. Well, of course not officially, but what you can expect if social justice warriors were to pretty much take control of the gaming industry, you can expect some uncool changes. I mean, I would show you the picture of it right now, but I can't, cause it's hard to find. I would have to literally go and look for it. So until then, I'll just talk about the Dead or Alive thing that I wanted to originally talk about. So anyway, the Dead or Alive community aims to ban over 120 overly sexualized costumes in Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. Now, I actually have no problem with the costumes, not because I'm a guy, but pretty much because as a gamer, I really just tend to focus just specifically on the game. The Dead or Alive franchise has been this way for quite some time, pretty much ever since the beginning. And then, they started adding little different effects to the game, like the jiggle effects and stuff like that. And yeah, I know it's a bit, how you say, sorry, sexist, but that's its intent. That's the design behind it, if you will. And I really don't think that it's fair at all to put a ban on it for tournaments, because, oh, well, it may not be, it may not be, what's the word I'm looking for? It may not be suitable for more of the professional atmosphere. Now, let's get this straight here. Professional atmosphere. We're talking about game tournaments here. Now, I'm not saying that game tournaments should not be taken seriously, but if you have seen gaming tournaments, especially in the fighting game community, people there are usually immature. I mean, not all of them, of course, but quite a number of them that are really loud and rambunctious are just quite immature, really. And if we're talking about more professional atmosphere, you gotta change the players' attitude, which I don't think anyone actually can do. I mean, you can put some rules down, but there's just there's just been so many times that you have let certain behavior just go without any kind of repercussions whatsoever. So to look towards becoming more of a professional atmosphere. You mean, sure, you can go and look forward to becoming a more professional, for a more professional type of setting, but I don't think banning over-sexualized clothing in Dead or Alive 5, the last round, is going to do anything to change that. You're still gonna have your people going and doing grandstands and, you know, all that other fighting game community lingo that I don't know about. But you're gonna have your immature attitudes, really. I mean, I just don't think this will help at all. I really don't think so. And to actually complain, this is the one thing that really just irks my nerve, is that they're complaining about it. Like, they really are complaining about this. Why are they complaining about it? This has been the thing. The sexualization. I don't even know the words. I'm using the words correctly. I'm not exactly bright and mad, but whatever. The costumes that you get in Dead or Alive 5, or in Dead or Alive in general, has always been sexy. So it's not like it's now. Why is it not like now? Why now is it like why now is it something that you should look over? Like, why is it something that you have to watch now? Why is it something that people are trying to pay attention to now? Why are people trying to censor it now? Why are people trying to ban it now? Why? Nobody had any complaints when, you know, in the past series, spin-offs, you know, like Extreme Volleyball. Nobody said anything then. Why now? Why now? Oh, wait. I think I know why. Because social justice warriors are now putting themselves in the gaming spot. So now it's kind of like, oh, well, if we're going to be playing this type of game, we gotta now appease them. So to appease these players, we have to ban certain things so we don't get any type of backlash. At least that's how I think. That's what I think is going on. They're banning certain costumes, you know, in tournaments because, well, you will have your social justice warriors type video game players who will probably say something and, you know, act cuckoo in the head as they usually do and start some trouble over a game. So I do think, even though that's kind of smart, at the same time, I don't think like, I really don't think that's, I can't say that's unfair. I can't say it's unfair. I mean, you're just banning costumes. But what if somebody actually like a certain costume just because it looks cool? Something can be sexy and look cool at the same time. I mean, I know I've seen certain things that I would perceive as sexy yet look extremely cool. I mean, look at Felicia of Darkstalkers. She looks freaking cool. Morrigan of Darkstalkers. I almost said Street Fighter for a second. She looks cool. Cammy, she looks cool. Now, I don't know why. Why does this have to be a thing? It doesn't even necessarily even have to be a thing. For it just seems like it's you don't need this. You don't need this. And besides, later on down the line, people are going to make PC mods if they're not already making them. And then what? And then what? It will not do anything for the Dead or Alive 5 image. It won't do anything for it. Because when you get the PC mods or whatever out there, and then, you know, you get these specific skins for the game. Yeah. You think people are not going to want to, you think social justice warriors are going to want to play then? Because they probably saw some skins on the internet or something and was like, oh man, this is what this game is about. Oh, it's so misogynistic. Ban it, ban it, ban it. Do you think they want to go and play that game then? It's not. I mean, I wouldn't even say that it's hurting the Dead or Alive image. I don't even know why they say on this part. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, Dead or Alive has always been known for its over-sexualized females. Always have, yes. True. And just that alone has pushed people away from even trying the game. What percentage of people, please, who actually plays video games, what percentage of people have, how did that push people away from playing the game? How? Tell me. I know when I was younger, when I was like, let's say, what, 12 or 13, you know, somewhere in my, you know, smaller teens, preteens, I'm sorry, when I was like a preteen, I couldn't get the game because it was rated T for teen. Not preteen or nothing like that. I mean, not that I try to follow the, you know, ESRB rating or anything like that. It's just that, well, I had strict rules to follow. So there were some games that I couldn't play, despite the fact when I was younger I was able to play more combat. I don't know, cheat codes and all that. Had time of my life. But yeah. But later on down the line, I think I was like, what, 14 or something, and I started playing Dead or Alive 2, and then Dead or Alive. No, I didn't play Dead or Alive. Oh, yes, I did play Dead or Alive 3. Dead or Alive 3. I didn't get to play 4. But I played Dead or Alive 2, Devil May Cry. Wow. Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore, which I think is kind of like your updated version. I think it was for the PS2. I played that. I mean, I like Dead or Alive. It's pretty fast and kind of complex, and the controls are pretty tight, and I like that. And I like that in a fighting game. So I don't see how the over-sexualization of the females, and I don't see how that deters people. I mean, I really don't. If anything, it actually helped Dead or Alive become more popular. I mean, if they didn't have that in the beginning, I really think that Dead or Alive would just be like Bloody Roar. Like, it would have like its sequels, but it won't be like noticed. Somebody would have to actually find it, and then they would have to go by word of mouth about it. Not like with Dead or Alive, when, you know, the first game came out. Actually, I didn't know anything about the first game. I never knew about the first game, because I didn't have what was it, a Saturn? Sega Saturn? I didn't have a Sega Saturn. I'm not sure if it was Sega Saturn, but I did have a Sega Dreamcast, and I played Dead or Alive 2, and that game was freaking awesome. Loved it. Me and my cousin would play it for like hours, trying to get that one move that Ryu Hayabusa does, the Izuna drop. We were trying to freaking figure that out. Like, how the heck he does that? I don't get it. I don't get the controls. I don't know what the little circle and I don't know what's the dot mean. What does that mean? Apparently, of course, that means you gotta wait. There's a little pause, but of course that's not part of the Izuna drop. I'm just saying, you know, for the sake of controls and Dead or Alive. And Dead or Alive Dead or Alive. Okay, sorry. I just keep saying I'm saying Dead or Alive, but in my head I keep saying Devil May Cry. So Devil May Cry. yeah, Devil May Cry. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I don't see why I don't really think that's true. I don't think that's true that it's that it's pushed people. Well, if it's pushed anybody away, it's pushing people who are soft and has virgin eyes and no, I can't see, no, I want my happy place. Where's my Donkey Kong? Where's my Street Fighter that doesn't have Cammy? Where's like what? Like seriously? But anyway, I'm gonna continue reading this part. Okay, Sex Appeal of Dead or Alive franchise will never go away, but we, the community, the Dead or Alive community, want people to take it seriously and start the costume ban at offline tournaments to force people to focus more on the gameplay aspects of the game, as if people never focused on it before. What do you think why people kept buying Dead or Alive? What do you think why people bought Dead or Alive 5 and Dead or Alive 5, was it Ultimate Edition or whatever it was called, and then Dead or Alive 5 Last Round? They see it as a freaking fighting game, not a sex game or anything like that. It's a freaking fighting game. It's not like one of those games that you find online where it's supposedly a fighting game. I mean, it is. I mean, it would be, but it would be a fighting game where if you beat up your character, if you hit your character a certain amount of times, or if you get a certain amount of damage, part of their clothes fall off or something like that. It ain't nothing like that. There are games like that, just of course not out in the public, so you can just go and buy. They're on the internet. But anyway, yeah, offline costume ban for tournaments to force people to focus more on gameplay aspects of the game, as if they never focused on it before. This is a soft ban and is at the discretion of tournament organizer TO. Tournament organizer. Okay, running the game at the event. However, we highly encourage people to not use the suggested costumes on stream or something like top 8. So you're banning people from pretty much being free to use costumes that they bought, And if they want to do a stream, it's like, yeah, I can't use that costume. I bought it and I wanted to share it with the world, but apparently I can't do that because, censorship and all that, feelings, and, everybody's so damn soft and got virgin eyes, and I want my Donkey Kong and Princess Peach, and stuff like that. Where's my Anita Sarkeesian doll? I need one. It's just this whole social justice thing has been pretty much taking over the gaming community, the gaming industry in general, actually, and it's pissed me off so much whenever I would go and I would I found the freaking picture. I will post it up right now. Now you see that. Not cool. Not freaking cool. Seeing what they did with Felicia? The hell was that? Doesn't even look like her. Kinda does, but at the same time, doesn't. Like, oh my gosh. And then Elena, she every single character that, like Elena, Cammy, Felicia, Poison, Eno, Morrigan, I said Cammy already, right? Taki from Soul Calibur, and Mai, they all look so freaking boring. Not only do they look boring and uninteresting, it makes me not ever want to play them. Ever. And is it me, or did Mai look very, very chubby in the cheeks? These cheeks. It's like, why? Did you just stuff meat buns in her face? Like, what? Why? And Taki looks like a freaking boy. I'm sorry, looks like a boy. I'm reminded of Sasuke. Just cooler looking. I'm just saying. And then Elena doesn't even look like herself. Looks like when you look at Elena and you look at the real Elena, okay, if you look at SJW Elena and you look at original Elena, you know, the Street Fighter Elena that everybody loves, apparently, you would see the SJW Elena is like, what is that, your little sister that you gotta protect? Like, who is this? She looks weak as hell. She looks terrible. And then you see Cammy, and you know, Cammy actually doesn't look that bad to me. It's just that she doesn't have the correct proportions, so she kind of looks like a little kid. Other than that, she does kind of look, alright. She's kind of cool looking, I guess. But still, look like a little kid. Look weak as hell. Look cool. Looks weak as hell. Sorry. And then, the hell happened to freaking Morrigan? What the hell? Now, I'm glad these are not official art, but imagine this is what you could possibly see if SJWs were to take control of the gaming industry. Capcom would probably follow this thing here because, you know, SJWs. And yeah, but Felicia, I'm not liking it. I'm not. I can't like it. I cannot like this. I can't. She looks terrible. Are those glasses? Are those glasses? Oh my gosh. I mean, I like glasses. I mean, I like, you know, chicks with glasses. I couldn't find them badass, but I mean, look at that other Street Fighter character who, C Viper. There we go, Crimson Viper. She's badass. She actually kind of looks like a Felicia Crimson Viper mix, kind of. Yeah, kind of look like that. Now that I'm looking at her a bit, she kind of reminds me of a Crimson Viper Felicia mix. But other than that, I don't like it. I don't like it. And Poison, well, you look like a dude. Yeah, you look like a dude. Straight up dude. You know, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my gosh, what the fuck? But the Elena, man, too far. Gosh, especially with mine. With the puffy cheeks. Puffy cheeks. Oh my gosh, looks terrible. Oh, it's terrible. And then we got Taki. or Tasque over here. Oh my gosh. No, it's just terrible. I can't. And the thing that SJWs in general piss me off when it comes to the gaming industry. Generally, they piss me off because they don't ever come up with their own stuff. They take whatever's ever popular, whatever's hitting the gold right now, and then they're like, you know what? I don't like the way that looks. Let's change it. I hate that crap. Hate it. Oh, wait, but you wouldn't make your own, right? Nah, that's too hard. No, if we make our own, it won't hit that, gold status. No, we want to hit all the gold status. It won't even be as popular as, the ones that are in gold status. Okay, well, from what I'm seeing here, you taking Street Fighter, well, Capcom characters in general, and, Soul Calibur characters, and changing them to appease you, and quite generally, a lot of people don't freaking like it. And quite frankly, I usually could care less about it. I usually could care so much less, but because of the fact that you took the characters that we've known and love, and we know their body type and their proportions, if we notice anything that's off, we will call out on it. What do you think? Why the whole thing with DMC Devil May Cry? I'm not doing a DMC Devil May Cry video, just letting you know. Like the whole thing with DMC Devil May Cry, when Dante was first announced, everybody was like, "What the hell?" I don't remember this. What is this? What is this? What is this? Why? Why is this the way it is? Who is this guy? This can't possibly be. My name is Dante. But that's basically what they did with this. Instead, it's just social justice warriors. Always wanting to take all the good stuff and try to make it into their own little thing. Not totally their own little thing, but you know what I mean. Because they can't come up with their own stuff, they gotta take what's good and screw it up. Because social justice warriors are not smart people, apparently, and they don't know how to come up with their own things. I've been doing this video for actually nearly a half hour, and I didn't think that I would rant for this long, but hey, what do you expect me to do when I'm not totally in the right mind? Because things like this. Oh my gosh. So we got the Dead or Alive thing being, well, banned at tournaments. Well, not the game itself, but the costumes that somebody would probably want to share on their stream, but they can't do that, or rather they highly encourage people not to do that because it might be unsuitable for the more professional field in fighting game community. Professional. What is this, a freaking sport or something? I guess. But, hey. What do I know? What do I know? I just gotta say, the whole thing with Dead or Alive, retarded. I mean, I can understand why they do that, but at the same time, their reasons for it, like, Dead or Alive has always been an over-sexualized game, and which is true, but the only thing is, well, just that alone pushed people away from playing the game. What? No. No. When I first saw the commercial of Dead or Alive 2, just seeing the thing that made me want to play the game was because, well, it was on TV, and I was like, well, that's a game. Okay, apparently she did a front suplex. Cool. Is this a wrestling game? I don't know what's going on, so I had to go and look for other different type of trailers or whatever, but well, eventually I just couldn't get it because all I saw was a wrestling game. Just I saw the front suplex and then there was, you know, throws and grabs and, you know, and I was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. And I don't like wrestling games, so I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, and then, you know, I met with my cousin. He started playing Dead or Alive. I was like, okay, what is Dead or Alive all about? And so I'm watching him play, and I'm like, oh, this is actually freaking nice. Of course, I would never admit that. I would just sit there and just be like, I want to play. I want to play. When I was a kid, I didn't really talk much. I was usually just quite silent. And whenever I get excited, I would just go like, ah. But yeah. So I don't know why this whole social justice thing with GamerGate and anti-GamerGate and the whole thing with Anita Sarkeesian, Brianna Wu, and I can never get this girl's name, Burgers and Fries chick, and then there's Macintosh, there we go. And yeah, people, stupid people, and more stupid people, and more stupid people coming together to do some stupid crap because they have nothing better to do with their lives. You know, starting propagandas just because they just want to start the propaganda. It's just like, God, please, shut the f up. I mean, seriously, when I read this, this is exactly what I wanted to do. But I couldn't. There. I'm not Deadpool. If I was Deadpool, then I would do it. But he can't die anyway. So anyway. Yeah. Alright, anyway, I'm done with this rant. I'm getting a migraine. I don't even know if I'm getting a migraine, but my head is starting to hurt. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, trade your gamer integrity for the future of gaming. So long.